Hello, everybody. Welcome to MangaPod. I'm Erin.
I'm Dodger.
I'm Moeka.
And we are a weekly podcast in which we get together after we read all or part of a manga and then we discuss with friendship, love, and lots of spoilers. This week we are telling Spycast Family to the tune of 55.
Oh, you're right. These screens do say 54. But the main screen, look, the main screen says 55. Oopsies. That's okay.
That's okay. Part of my brain was there. I got a 50%.
Yeah.
Actually, it's three screens. So I got a 33.3%.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say it would have been wild if the spoiler-free section one said 54, but the spoiler section one said 55, but they both say 54.
I failed. I really
You didn't fail.
Fail.
We decided to add on another chapter kind of last minute. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And it's a nice, short, quick little chapter in the perfect ending spot. Too,
honestly, thank God we read that chapter.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Anywho, if you've never joined us for a podcast, MangaPod, before, what we like to do is give you a spoiler-free description of the manga that we read, aka a summary. But we did just summary, and then we give our spoiler-free recommendations, whether we think you should spend time going to read this manga or not. That way, if it sounds like something you're interested in, you can take your leave once we get to spoiler section. Go and check this out later, and then come back and watch it or listen to it at a different time. We ask that nobody in chat post any spoilers for anything until we get to spoiler section. After we're in spoiler section, this is one of those few times where you have full reign to spoil anything.
It's true. We're
all the way caught up to chapter 50. Yeah. I do have a question.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was not here for the first Spy Family.
Oh.
So was it determined? Do we say Spy X Family or Spy Family?
I say Spy X Family.
Okay.
I don't know if you're supposed to, but I say Spy X Family. But I am also one of them bitches that says Hunter X Hunter, so what are you gonna do?
One of them basic.
I think it's supposed to be Spy Family.
Yeah, I think so too.
Do Spy-mily.
I don't think
Family?
Nope, guys, we're losing it. Neither of those
What do you mean?
were options. Nope.
That's not right? You saying that's not right?
That ain't it, fam.
So
Why not?
volume is a bit lower. Yeah.
I've got you up all the way on my end, so if you're able to turn yourself up on your end, if the rest of chat, do you feel that Erin is low?
Low. Spy 10 family. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Is X Roman numeral for
10.
What is
yes.
it? Roman numeral. Yeah, so Spy 10 family. Perfect.
Yeah, Spy 10 family.
Okay.
Great.
There it is. I'm still a bit low.
Bitten Family.
Bitten.
Good.
Good.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We're losing it.
No, it's good. Did we ever have it?
Have it?
These are the important questions.
This is what MangaPod is.
Yeah.
Let's be on.
It's Bella Bella. Chef's kiss. Anyway, what's the summary? Let's go.
Let's hit it. Spy Family is an action-packed comedy about a fake family that includes a spy, an assassin, and a telepath.
Nice.
Done. Very succinct. Thank you. Thank you, Viz.
Thank you, Viz Media.
Arigato, Viz Media. What are you saying?
God.
What's happening?
I got distracted by something.
That's okay.
Okay. Spoiler-free recommendations. Who would like to go first? can actually go first since I wasn't here for the last one.
Sure, yeah.
I love this series. It is funny, consistently funny. It is found family, and I love all three of the lead characters. And I get very excited every single time they go on a new adventure together. So I highly recommend it, especially if you're looking for a shonen comedy. That's not all fan servicey either. That's a nice.
Yeah.
I love it. Good art as well.
Yes. I adore Spy X Family. Last time that we read it, the second that MangaPod was done, I read the rest, like everything that was out at the time. I just sat and binged it because I loved it so much. I think it's legitimately very funny. The art is fantastic. I love all the characters. I'm like really rooting for everybody. And one of the critiques that I had was solved in this section, so we can talk about that after. Or we can talk about that in spoiler section. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I highly recommend this. I think it's so funny, and there's an anime coming out.
Yay!
Very excited.
I'm so excited. It looks so good.
Have they released stuff for it?
They've released like
I think a promo
key art.
image. Yeah, key art.
Yeah, and it looks really good. And I've seen a bunch of like other animators that I don't know if they're directly involved in the anime this time around, but everything I've seen looks so good.
Oh, cool.
I guess I can go next.
Yeah, your turn.
I recommend you read it because it's so freaking good. My husband looking so sexy and breedable, and then we got our daughter who's so hilarious and can read minds. Oh my god, I love her sections. Oh, they're the best. And then we got the wife who also very sexy and cute and beautiful, and I will cry for her.
Did you say breedable?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I did. I was
I like that you
maybe
started to say no, as though there isn't proof that you did.
I was gonna well, yes, I was gonna say no, but then I was like, well, I said it, but I didn't pause, so maybe nobody will call me out on it. Nobody said anything. I thought I was safe, and then it didn't work out. So.
Oh, you were
No
just
one's
waiting
safe
for
on
the
MangaPod.
perfect moment. No. Love it.
Amazing.
There you go. We all recommend that you go and check out this series if you are looking for a place to read it. Viz Media on their manga app has every single chapter and releases each chapter weekly, so you can definitely go check it out there. Let's go ahead and jump into spoiler section. If you do not want to be spoiled, you can take your leave, go and read the manga. You
Read
can watch
it.
the first episode of this on YouTube. And I think it's on streaming. I'm trying to remember if it's one of the ones up there. So, but you can definitely go and check out the episode on YouTube. So, let's go ahead and jump into spoilers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anya's God.
Oh, Anya's God.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, she is literally. She has the mind reading.
I love her so much. Okay, Erin, what were you expecting going into this manga? We haven't been able to hear this from you.
Exactly what I got, and I'm so happy about it. It is everything that was promised. It's a found family about an assassin, a spy, and a telepath. It's funny, like a comedy should be. And it's an action, so it has amazing art. So it's literally everything I could have hoped for, and it excelled expectations for it too. Because I had heard nothing but good things about the series ever since people started reading it. And and I remember everyone saying that they really, really liked it. And people were really excited when they found out that we were reading it both the first time and this time. They were all really excited about it. Like, not one person was like, oh, that manga. Everyone was like, fuck yeah, that manga. So, that's what I was expecting, and I loved it.
One of my big critiques about last time that we read it I can't remember how much I talked about this on MangaPod, but I remember thinking it a lot, was that I wanted to see Yor do more fighting. It felt like we got to see him do a lot of spying and her like do assassin-y stuff like occasionally. Like we didn't see it nearly as much as him being a spy, you know? And so I was really hoping that we would get more assassin-y action, and we literally got an entire arc, like multiple chapters in a row of her being an absolute badass. So my crops were watered. That was great.
Would also note that I hadn't read all of the ones from the last reading. I think I only read up to chapter 10. I can't remember why I was gone. But I remember thinking that as I reread, I literally started at chapter 1 for this reading.
Nice.
And so I was thinking that too. I was like, man, love Lloyd, love Anya, but I really want some Yor.
Yeah.
I really want more. Because I'm like, she's obviously the wife mode, and that's what she wants to be, and she's happy being. But I was like, but she is also that assassin, and we haven't gotten like any of it, and she's so awesome when she's doing it. And so getting literally the whole last part of this being about her and showing off the assassin. Because we've also learned a lot about the spy world, like other people and networks and everything that is occurring within that. And it's starting out the like thread of things that are happening with the secret police and stuff like that. And so to get to see more about the spy world and what exactly she does was also very a really good point to have.
Yeah, too. I agree.
Moeka, what were your expectations going into this bump?
I guess I was expecting more Lloyd sections, but I'm glad that we got more Yor, because I did want to see her do more action-y stuff. I'm glad. I don't know why. I was also expecting her brother to show up more.
Yeah, Yuri. Yeah, we got like a couple little side stories, but that was mostly it. So.
So I was glad we weren't bombarded with too much of him.
Yeah, I mean, I want
his whole obsession. It's like, I don't know. I'm just like, I get it, but
yeah, it's one of those tropes that annoys the shit out of me. But like at the same time, it makes me want him around more so that maybe he can develop into not just the I'm obsessed with my sister goof. Like,
that's true.
I want more out of him. I don't know.
Like, he is definitely like my least favorite part so far. Just because his whole existence is like, ooh, I'm mysterious, serious, but actually, I'm obsessed with my sister.
Yeah.
Like, any peek up when he like popped up, like when he came over to help Anya study. I don't know if that was this section or not. I kind of like went all like, ugh. I was like, literally, even here, you are just about your sister complex. And it's like such an unnecessary trope to have. He could be so much more interesting.
I know. Yeah, it's annoying.
Like him to pop up some personality soon, please.
Yes, please.
Especially after seeing yours, like, whole section, like her whole arc that we got at the end of this reading. Like, seeing that could definitely open up opportunities for him to have more character development in his past and how he ended up in the secret police. So, this reminded me, warnings for this series are violence, child endangerment, and animal endangerment. So nothing too crazy. It's something to warn about.
Yeah, it's always like the kids being in danger, animals being in danger. It's almost always like framed in a goofy, like, you know, they're not actually going to get hurt sort of way, but I still put it in there. Because Anya be trying to like get in the way of her parents and actual murderers all the time. And I'm like, Anya, please just stay home, baby. I'm begging.
You don't have to do this.
Oh my god, the whole ship arc when she was just like, I need to keep Papa occupied so I could go save Mama. I was like, don't. No.
Just stay out of it.
What are you gonna do? There are actual fucking assassins on this boat. What are you talking about? And they're goofing about killing a kid. Like, they won't give a shit.
Nope. They would not care.
Yeah.
Like, please, Anya, this is serious.
Like, I love that she can read minds and she uses it in really smart ways and like is helpful, but it like makes me so I'm always just waiting. I kind of speaking of expectations, I kind of thought that this was going to be, because it was just such a big section about your I kind of expect, and I guess that it's technically not done yet, but I sort of expected this arc to end with Lloyd seeing something and being like, wait, what the fuck is up with my wife? I kind of expected that, and that didn't happen, at least not yet.
Not yet, yeah.
Because Yor kept, it felt like peaceful death flags, if that makes sense, because Yor kept being like, this is going to be my last job. And she had, that whole moment when she was about to die, like, what am I doing this for? Like, is it for my country? Not really. Like, who am I doing this for? I'm doing it for my family, right? And so I was like, oh my God, if it's her last job, it's definitely going to be the job she gets caught on. And it didn't happen. And I was really surprised. Because I think last time one of the things that we did talk about was how long can it's still funny. It's doing it, but like how long can it be funny that they don't know this about each other? And at what point, like, can the mangaka choose the perfect moment for them to realize or like develop that way where they know,
Yeah, and if it ends up being, is it going to be the catalyst towards the end of the story and they don't know like what to do from there, or is it very well planned out and known about like what will it be the catalyst for the story to continue going and like shift in a different direction now that they do know about each other? Like what, because it can kind of only go in like the two ways. It's like, oh, now they know about each other and it's going to be funny in a different way, or it's like just keeps getting dragged on and more ridiculous, and then when they do find out, it gets like uninteresting too. It's like,
yeah, I hope that they find out at a time when it makes sense and it doesn't feel like it's been dragged out. And then I hope that the story, because they've done a lot of work to establish what's going on like in the country and like them trying to keep a war from happening and all that sort of stuff. So I would love if they found out and then the story kind of shifted gears into like them actually like doing this shit as a family. I think that would be so cool, especially if it managed to still be funny,
Yeah. And then like also not talking about like the right opportunity, it's the same with Anya. Like, when is her secret gonna drop too?
Yeah.
Oh, Anya. We did get a lot with her.
That's true, we did.
Because there was a lot of school scenes, like the one with the rich kid's dad. Like that was a like minor arc that we saw happen. And the like, did it happen where she got the dog? Did she get the dog in this section, or was it?
She got the dog in the last section.
Next section, yeah. So just her like still being like, I have a dog. Was one of my favorite things. But yeah, so we got a moment with the rich kid who she's trying to be best friends with, and instead they're they don't like each other. We got his dad. His dad showed up and is so creepy. Yeah. I was like, what are you?
Yeah, his dad is super unsettling, which I think he's meant to be, right? But
yeah. What is his big deal again? I can't remember. I know he's so important to the like evil spy and assassin part of the plot.
I honestly,
but I'm like, I don't remember what you do.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. Maybe Moeka remembers, but I honestly don't know what he does. I just know that he is in a position to be able to like get he's powerful enough to help incite a war, which is the concern, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Basically, he's like in charge of the school that is like super beneficial to everybody who goes to it. So everybody's always like trying to get in the Desmond family's like good graces. And yeah, it's basically they're trying to figure out if he has something and is going to start a war, or if they're just like worrying for nothing.
Right. Okay. Oh, big deal. Big deal
Mhm.
he is.
Word.
I thought it was good to have his like his first appearance to be with his son, to see that interaction too, because the son has been the only connection we've really had with him that's been very clear, because Anya is constantly like, I gotta save daddy's plan, gonna keep doing this. And so then having it lead from Anya to the kid to the dad appearing, I thought was a nice correlation, connection.
He's the leader of the Nationalist Party, they're saying. He's a politician.
Okay. He looks like a politician.
He does.
Nailed it. His spoopy.
Oh yeah,
face.
we also had the resolution of the arc with what's her butt who's obsessed with Lloyd.
Yeah, the other
Yeah.
The other spy, yeah.
that played tennis, and all the people were like, all right, we need to raise the net. No, we're gonna shoot them with BB guns.
So
no, it
silly.
didn't work. I was like, this is going
Miss
on
Nightfall.
for so long.
Nightfall, yeah. And then like the whole sorry, I just like rolled my eyes remembering this. But like the way that whole thing ended with Yor just absolutely after we got all of this build up of how incredible she is at tennis, and then Yor just destroys her in one hit. And she literally is like, I'm taking time off to practice tennis. Like, this bitch doesn't get it. She, like, doesn't understand. It's just, what a weird character.
So weird. And we haven't really seen her since.
No,
It was
we
kinda
haven't.
Like we got a mini sports anime.
Yeah.
arc.
Yeah. Oh my god, I loved it. His outfit. Oh my god.
Yeah, with the weird hair and shit. It was so good.
Yeah, they were like, dang, Moeka, this is the shit season 2. Put it in.
She was so silly.
Oh, absolutely.
I just like I think that something that this manga does really well is, and which can be so obnoxious a lot of the time, but it winds up being I think really funny most of the time in this, is like misunderstandings. The whole after the tennis arc, right, when Yor is like, oh my god, he's gonna replace me with Nightfall, dude, like I'm what's happening with my life, right? And they go and they have dinner, and she gets drunk, and she just like he thinks that she loves him for real and tries to put the moves on her, and she just destroys him. Like just kicks the shit out of him, and he's like, oh my god, how could I have been so wrong? Like that whole situation I thought was so funny because it was like, normally I would hate this constant misunderstandings, but the fact that like they're supposed to be assassins and super spies and like incredible at reading people, and they're just dog shit at reading each other is so funny to
Yeah.
me.
Such a good way to put it. 100%. Because it's like, it is, and it does not have a super heavy focus on the romance, which you very much expect from, oh, they have to pretend to be in love, and it's just like, goes real quickly. And so I do think that they're pacing that part out really, really, really well. And I'm like, I would love for them to end up together, but I also just love them being like this found family, like big family together too, like just besties or something.
Like, yeah, I think the manga's doing a great job of making it obvious that they really care about each other, and they maybe don't like register it as like, oh, maybe this is love, right? Like that's not really the focus right now, which is really nice. I agree.
Mm-hmm. But Anya being like, Mama and Papa, gotta make it happen.
Yeah. Anya,
God,
the way that Anya goes about it too is so self-serving. Like, oh no, if this happens, then this happens, and then the family breaks up, right? Like she just has these like she jumps to conclusions so quick.
Yes. I love it is sometimes with child characters so easy to make them obnoxious or annoying or
Mm-hmm.
just bland and cliche without actually giving them personality that like 6-year-olds have. Like I don't know if like authors just have never talked to like 5-year-olds or 6-year-olds, but there's so many times where I'm like they're not 1-year-olds. Like they
Yeah.
have like creativity, they have their own thought, they're very self-aware about like who they are and their feelings and things like that. And I think they capture Anya really, really well with that and giving not just her, but also like other characters. And I'm not trying to say that like 5-year-olds are actually teenagers and da 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 da. But I think giving her and the other kids like more of a personality is very welcome too.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shows a lot of variety of children.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say, in chat, she has perfect information and still comes to hilarious 6-year-old conclusions, which is super
Mm-hmm.
That's so
accurate.
true. Yeah.
I have that reminds me. Can I tell a child? I promise I will not tell a lot of these. But reading this made me think of one of my children's recent moments. Can I just tell the story super fast?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, go for it.
So we were sitting at dinner, and we were finishing up, and Elliot just turns to me and goes, "My bitch," and I was like,
Oh.
I went, "What?" Because he's at the age, he's 2, where he still has some words that we can't understand. I
Yeah.
was like, Elliot, what did you say? And he goes, my bitch. So, and then Kaylee, I'm still trying to figure out. And then Kaylee goes, oh, you mean bitch? Like,
That's so funny.
so confidently. And I was like, oh my God, is he saying bitch? And then he gets up and runs over to the hallway, and he had taken a big pillow and set it out as a bridge to get over the lava game he
Oh,
was
my
playing.
bridge.
So that was just like Anya's train of thought was like just reminded me so much of Kaylee just being like, ah, I know. So that was my story.
If it makes you feel better, my kid recently will walk around the house and just go, "Ah, shit," and then look right at Sam because Sam always reacts, and I'm like, you gotta stop fucking reacting when she does that. I just ignore it so she doesn't do it to me, but she literally will walk around and just look at Sam and go, "Ah, shit," and he's always like, honey, don't say that. Kids.
That is so cute. So funny.
Anyways.
So yeah, Anya has a really great personality and like just conclusion of thought for her age.
Yeah.
And obviously like she's gonna have a little bit different, like more advanced because she can read minds. And so she has picked up on all these adult sayings and things like that too. But I love her and watching her interactions with the other kids and her facial expressions just get funnier and funnier.
Oh
They
my
can be even
God.
the same exact facial expression from the beginning to the end, and it's still hilarious. Just because of when she whips it out.
Yeah, her facial expressions are so funny. And then again, speaking of the miscommunication, people trying to figure out what her faces mean, like what is she thinking about? It's so funny.
Yes.
Um,
Love her.
oh,
Moeka, do you have any? Oh,
sorry.
I
No.
was gonna ask Moeka if she had any on your thoughts.
I mean, I love her. You pretty much hit the nail on the head. I think that was what last time we did a discussion on this series. That was my main, like, I was really worried that she was going to be a really annoying kid because a lot of people just don't know how to write children. And they'll like they'll make them seem like very infant like, and I'm just, I don't know, it bothers me because I'm like, that is not how a kid acts. Like, I get it, they do stupid shit sometimes, but not to this level, I feel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they either
Agreed.
seem like babies or they seem like grown ass adults, and you're like, surely, surely there's a midpoint.
Mhm.
Yes. It's like you can find somewhere in the middle for this.
Yeah.
Like you said. What were you gonna say,
Oh,
Roger?
I was gonna say we haven't talked about dog yet.
Oh, dog.
Oh.
Yeah. So another, yeah. I mean, you mentioned like whether or not they had found dog yet, but dog is great. Dog sees the future. There was an entire
And
chapter where he saw that he was gonna die if Yor made him dinner, and he literally went and helped Lloyd finish a spy job so that Lloyd could come home and feed him so that he didn't die. Like, it's so goofy. It's so silly.
it was so. That was so good because it's the same thing with the dog. Like dogs can be such a like it gets used. It's a what's the word? It's a trope. Like the dog is a caricature that can be in manga and stuff like all over the place. And for him to have so much personality despite just being a loving fluffy furball, like is so cute.
Yeah.
Um and I also like that it continues with the precedent that this world doesn't really have limits on like suspension of disbelief because it's like, all right, kids got telepathy, mom's an assassin, dad's a spy, and the dog can see the future, and you're like, all right,
Sure, why
sounds
not?
good,
Yeah.
sounds great, it works.
Yeah. It does it in a way where you're like, sure, love it. More weirdos. Where are the rest?
Yeah. Hey, I want to see what the other, because there were a bunch of other kids. Well, I guess they explain it that Bond was also experimented on,
Yeah.
just like how it was, and so there is some like science experimentation shit that I feel like we've only dipped our toes in
Mm-hmm.
with what we've read in these first few like 55 chapters. So I'm hoping that that will pop up, and I think it would be so cool if like the politician from Lloyd's history, like what he's doing, then the science stuff from Anya's past, and then yours like assassin past, like all interconnected at some
Absolutely.
big point. I really hope for that.
Yeah. Oh, that would be great. Yes. I'm in. Make it happen, mangaka. It's crazy because
Yeah,
we're only
I
54
don't.
chapters in. Which
I
for a manga is really
know.
just like the beginning, you know? Like,
Especially a shonen,
yeah.
shonen one.
So I want to believe that there's plans. Yeah.
And I also am not scared. I'm not scared about what's gonna happen. Like I look forward to a ton of things happening,
Yeah.
but I'm not like, other than the like, is it gonna be the right time when they all find out about each other? Like that kind of fear. But overall, I'm like, we've gotten so much, and it's just the beginning, and I'm not scared about being bored or that the mangaka is going to be like whatever twist they have is going to be horrible. If I don't know if that
Yeah.
makes sense, but I just
Yeah.
these first 55 chapters have really solidified that there is a skill behind the storytelling that we've been given, and behind the humor, being able to carry the story without it being like stupidly repetitive or not funny.
Yeah.
And there's so many different storylines that have been set up that I like feel very confident that whatever's going to happen and however the story continues to go is going to be well done.
Can I make a prediction?
All y'all.
Sure.
Okay. I think at some point Yuri's going to be put on a job and he's going to go to arrest somebody and it's going to be his fucking sister.
Oh, 100%.
Oh.
I think that's absolutely
like
going to
that.
happen.
I like that.
I
Because
think
it's like, who's going to find out? Sorry.
no, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I feel like that's like a way for stuff to get drawn out. Either for him to find out. I don't think he would find out about Lloyd because he would fucking throw Lloyd in jail immediately. But him finding out about his sister, that could be a like a reveal that happens before Lloyd and Yor find out about each other. But I think that would be really interesting because they've established him as such a like, I will do anything for my country. I'm cutthroat, right? Like I want to make a world that's safe for my sister. And then if he was put in a position where he had to like arrest her, obviously he wouldn't. Or would he? Like, I think that would be really interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah. I agree. And like, he wouldn't just be sister obsessed. It's like, oh wow, now that you are sister obsessed, you have to figure out how to deal with it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like a critique on the siscon.
Oh my
But, like,
God.
nope.
That's what we've been working toward this whole time. It's all meant to point the finger back at us. Like, did you like this shit? 'Cause it's garbage. And here's why. Like, oh my God.
Mind blown. I'll be into it.
Yeah. The mangaka just stares at the camera and goes, sister complexes are stupid. We're like,
It's over.
oh my God, he's right.
Does he know that he's part of the secret police?
No,
Did
I don't
she
think
figure
so.
that out? Okay.
Because I think Lloyd knows. Lloyd knows because he sussed it out. And Yuri knows that something's weird about Lloyd because he sussed it out. But other than that, I don't think anybody knows anything else about each other. Aside from Anya, who knows everything about everyone.
Yes. Let me see. I took a bunch of notes. I need to go back and find the notes that I took and have lost.
Sorry, what?
Sorry. I took a bunch of notes and I don't know where I saved them to.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's mostly stuff. Okay, it's mostly everything we've already talked about. I did save a note about the cat because there was a chapter where she was helping a fluffy hair boy help him find a cat. Yor was.
Oh,
and
yes.
There's the scene where she like jumps at him and looks so fucking
Yes.
evil.
Oh my God. The assassin Yor close-ups where her whole face is just like in shadow is so terrifying.
Yes. I also think jumping forward now to the assassin arc, Yor's arc, that was like, because we had seen blood and a little bit of violence with Lloyd and everything, but since he is a spy, he doesn't have as much outright like fight scenes. I don't remember.
His
but
is more like
yours is,
subterfuge and costumes and yeah.
Yeah. Whereas yours is like a straight up like, yo, she gotta murder people. And she's gotta be the one to murder people. And so during that arc is when the much more violent, bloody scenes happen. But also we got to see so many more dynamic fight scenes occur for a longer period of time, because if you haven't read this section, it's literally like 5 or 6 chapters of Yor getting
It's John Wick. Yor is John Wick, and everybody's trying to kill her.
Yes. Literally trying to get from one part of a boat to the top of the boat, and it's hundreds of assassins going after her. So there's 100 assassins being violently murdered just constantly. And so there's a lot of gore and stuff that really showed off the mangaka's skill for fight scenes too.
Yeah.
For an extensive period of time, that was really able to like reinforce, like, oh, mangaka is skilled at doing fight scenes too.
Yeah. And this also was like, I think a bit more, you know, of like a, what am I trying to say? That the point of the arc, right, was she was a bodyguard to try and get a family away safely, specifically a mother and her child. And so there was a lot of like conversations with Yor away from Lloyd and Anya of like that made her think a lot about her relationship with them and how she really feels about it, which is why I'm really hoping that after this arc we see like new developments or like trajectory in that direction, you know?
Yeah. I also really liked that scene because we had the scene, the part with her, or those chapters, because there's a part with her just murdering all these other assassins interspliced with the fireworks that Lloyd and Anya were watching. And so that just made for like a really cool scene that I think will be really, really epic if they animate it in the right way.
Yeah.
I think that one will be a cool scene in the in the anime.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
sure they'll get to it with 55 chapters, even if it's like a 12 course. I feel like they'd be able to get through a lot of the chapters with at least. Would that get into the first 12 episodes, or would that be like 26?
I don't know. I was literally just thinking that to myself, like how, like, if we've read everything that would be in the first season of this manga.
This would be a really great place for the season to end. And like so many of the chapters, like some of them are barely 19 pages. Like,
Yeah, it's true.
you go by really quick, and like so much of it is, it's very nicely balanced with the action stuff and the like family comedy things. And so I think that could help lend to like a quicker pace without losing anything.
I agree. I could see the anime like being animated up to this point.
Yeah.
Season 2 is gonna feel like it's gonna take forever to come out though.
Yeah.
Because there's just not enough chapters unless the author has like given them ideas of like, here's what I'll probably end up doing.
Like a list of, this is the direction it's gonna go in. Dope. Do you guys want to talk about art?
Yeah. The art is like really simple for the most part. Like it's clean and it's consistent. And I think it looks nice. And it makes it so that those moments we were talking about, like with Yor when she's in assassin mode, they really stand out, and like the fighting in these most recent chapters really stood out as being very dynamic in comparison to, and like juxtaposed in the moment with like more simple stuff like Lloyd and Anya literally shopping for stupid t-shirts while she's murdering people. So yeah, I really like the art in this manga. Everything's really clean and it's easy to tell who is who. Everybody's really, you know, everybody has their own unique designs and stuff that don't feel forced.
I like how clean and readable it is, because there's certain styles where it's clean, but there's like, I don't know, it's hard to like tell what's going on sometimes because it's too simple, I guess.
Yeah.
I love the art. I think it lends itself really well to the story, both the action and the comedy character building parts. I really like it. I really enjoyed it.
I don't remember if I talked about it last time, but I really like how they draw I really like how they draw the buildings and the architecture of stuff. It's really nicely done. It's like it's not it's detailed, but it's not too overly detailed.
Yeah. It's good setting. Like you always know like the atmosphere that they're in. Like where they're at. And sometimes manga can be like comparing it to dogs. The last thing we read, it's like
Yeah. It's like,
where
where are
where
we?
are we?
Are we back at the church?
Are we underground?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, yeah.
Where were
Is
we?
there an above ground? What's going on
Oh
here?
yeah. Cool. Do you guys have anything else you would like to touch on?
I don't think so. I think we talked about it all.
No. Yeah.
I think we hit all of the things. Does anyone else have any predictions or anything? No.
I mean, I think
I don't
I
really
think
either.
Dodger pretty much already
So
did
sorry.
the main one.
Yeah,
No, it's okay.
Oh, it's a good one.
It was very good. Yeah, I could see it happening.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Now, if it doesn't happen,
Be
I'm gonna be
pissed.
disappointed. Yeah.
So mad.
Can't
Yeah, I was like,
believe
wait.
this hack.
Can't believe it. The opportunity's been ruined.
0 out of 10 manga. Final thoughts and ratings? Would anyone like to go first?
I can go.
Uh,
Or Moeka
go.
can go.
No, you go.
Oh, okay. I adore this manga. I really, really like the issues that I have with it are so minor. And like I said last time that we read it, I literally just binged the rest. I took a bath and I read the rest of what was out. Because I think it's so effortlessly funny. And really fun, and I just love the characters, and I want them to be a big family forever. So yeah, I mean, as evidenced by the fact that the second there was enough of this to do a second episode, we did a second episode. Generally it's very beloved. I'm glad that it's doing so well in Japan because I'm hoping to see a lot more of it. And yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I don't know what I gave it last time, but I'm gonna give it. Ooh, we got them juicy your fights that I was waiting for. I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I guess I can go next. I really enjoyed everything. I'm glad we got to see more of your. I got to see Lloyd in like goofy outfits. Oh my gosh, it's always so great. I love it. Anya's hilarious. More reaction images for us. It's awesome.
Yes.
I'm really interested in seeing where the story goes because I feel like you can only like it is effortlessly funny, but at some point I feel like I'll get to a point where I'm just like, okay, but where are we going with this?
Yeah.
Where is this going? Can't keep doing this forever. But yeah, for this section of reading, I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, so 9 out of 10. It was good.
9.5 too. Like I said, I read the whole thing pretty close together, and I loved all of it. It's exactly what promised, and actually I think more than what's promised, because you kind of you hear that summary and you think, wow, that could get boring really quick, and it doesn't. It's very impressive and very well written. The characters are well written. The storyline so far is interesting, and I'm like really excited to see where all of the plot points connect and things like that. And it's funny. It wants to be, like I said earlier, it's a comedy and it's an action and character driven, and it does every single one. It excels at every single one. So I give it a 9.5 as well, and I definitely am so excited for the anime to come out.
Yeah.
Stoked. So there you go. We all definitely recommend the series. You should go and check it out. And now that wraps up our discussion is about Spy Family. I'm going to read the description for the manga we're reading next week. Or this week.
This Friday. This Friday. Not don't be confused. Yes, today was a makeup day, and then on Friday we will be back.
We're double podcasting, yo.
Hell yeah.
Is this the highest rating we've ever had? Yeah, I think Densha, Otoko, and Uzumaki are the highest for me too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that I gave a 10 to. Those are the two most memorable ones that I've ever given 10s to, I think.
I'm trying to think of other 9.5. I've definitely given more 9.5s to other series. There's just so many series out there.
Yeah, I also think that, like, I think we used to give really high scores at the beginning, and then we got more comfortable with being like, I mean, a 5 is respectable. Like, a 5 and a 6 is fine, you know? And being a bit more choosy about
good.
what. Yeah, 6 is all right. Like, got a bit more choosy about what gets a high score, you know?
Yeah. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna read the description. Yay. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there were two blanks. The outside, where twisted blanks roamed that could curse with a touch, and the inside, where humans lived in safety and peace. The girl and the blank should have never met, but when they do, a quiet blank begins. This is a story of two blanks, one blank and one blank, who linger in the hazy twilight that separates night from day. Good luck. I had never heard of this series before. I think it was Moeka, right? Was it you?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I've been meaning to read it, and I was like, oh my god, this is perfect.
Yeah.
A Tale of Two Blanks. Nope, not that.
Sorry. Come on, you can do it. I've never heard of this series, but I feel like I read the synopsis before. It's a pretty fantasy-y summary. I completely missed the description. Sorry. 10 more seconds, and then I'll say what it is. I'm gonna try and say the end of this. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay. All right, anybody get it? Okay. It is The Girl from the Other Side, Suli Arun, volumes. We are gonna read chapters 1 through 15, excuse me. So, I'll put it in chat because I definitely misspoke it some way. But there you go. Girl from the Other Side. I had never heard of this one before.
Yeah, the Japanese title is Totsu Kuni no Shoujo, which is like the literal translation is foreign girl.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, the art, as soon as I saw the art, I was like, we have to read this. I love the style and aesthetic of this, and I feel like usually manga that deals with like folklore Irish stuff, I'm just like, I don't know. I like it in some regard. So
cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So, if it's Irish, then it's no one because like those names, like the names, I think. I wonder what languages are.
Yeah. So it's like it's the title of a traditional Irish song. I have no idea what it's about, and I didn't want to look at it in case it like spoiled anything in the manga somehow.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. Sweet. So that is what we are reading next week. Like I said, chapters 1, but god damn it, Friday. This Friday.
Friday. This Friday.
This Friday. 3 days from now.
Friday. The 12th. Friday. The
The
12th.
12th. Hoya. Cool. Let's go around and shout out our stuff really quick. I'm Erin at Happily Erin. I have a YouTube channel, Happily Erin, and then I also mostly am interactive on Instagram and Twitter. I wrote a book that came out earlier this year called The Guardian. It's an LGBTQ fantasy novel about dragon shapeshifters and fighting a government and fun stuff like that. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, you can find all the links on my Goodreads page. Yeah, that's me. Come and chat book stuff or anything you want, really. Just come say hi.
Yeah. I'm Dodger. You can find me at Dex Bonus on pretty much everything. I hang out with a cup of coffee and talk about life, and then I play a new game every day. So if you want to come hang out for a stream, that would be amazing. My social media is hit or miss. Dumb stuff. So if dumb stuff is your vibe, follow me on the socials as well. That's it. That's me.
And I'll go next. Hello, my name is Moeka on pretty much all social medias. I'm a voice actress. I do streaming on the side. I do a variety of games. Sometimes I just talk to people too. Yeah, if you like what you're hearing, also check me out. Appreciate it. I might start talking into people's ears as a little hint for something I'm cooking up.
Oh, winks at the camera.
Ooh. Oh, my contacts just I was staring at the our little bouncy faces for so long I didn't blink, and my contacts were like, "Hello."
Oh no.
And so I'm trying to blink at the chat, okay, or at the screen. If you would like more MangaPod, we have a Twitter, which is MangaPod. But you can also visit our website, mangapod.card.co. That is 2 R's, and get links to all of the stuff. So go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, we will be here on Friday discussing The Girl from the Other Side, chapters 1 through 15. And we hope you come and chat with us. Thank you.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.